You might be trying to bond with your cat, but if you don't understand this male versus female difference, you're doing the exact opposite. I know that sounds strong, but stay with me, because what you're about to learn isn't about personality. It's about survival. You've seen it. Your cat pacing the hallway at 2 a.m., spraying your favorite chair, standing at the door like a tiny guard. You thought, stubborn, spiteful, bad cat. You were wrong. He's not being difficult. He's trying to survive. What he's really doing is saying, I am the guardian of this home, and I don't feel safe. Male cats aren't angry, they're anxious. And your female, hiding on top of the fridge, she's not antisocial, she's terrified of losing control. Pause here for a second, because this is where most owners get it completely wrong. A male cat's natural territory, 3.5 times larger than a female's, sometimes up to 10 square kilometers. That instinct doesn't disappear in your living room. It just gets compressed. Your female, she doesn't spray to claim space, she claims the highest perch, the back of the couch, the top of the cat tree. That's her quiet way of saying, I see everything. I control this. Here's a sentence I want you to remember. Male cats defend space. Female cats defend safety. He protects territory. She protects control. If you ignore this, chronic stress builds, more spraying, more hiding, more fights. Your living room becomes a war zone. You have one cat who runs to you. Head butts, purrs, lap time for hours. And the other one? She watches from across the room, then walks away when you reach for her. You've thought, why doesn't she love me like he does? You're asking the wrong question. She's not cold. She's not broken. What she's really doing is saying, I need to trust you on my terms. Don't push. Every time you force a female cat to cuddle, you're telling her she's not safe. Every time you ignore a male's need for physical touch, you're starving his social bond. This is the moment most cats lose trust. Science shows that a gene on the X chromosome affects purring and vocalization. Cats with one version purr more. Males with that version, they talk to you more. Females with the same version, more aggressive towards strangers. Same gene, different result. And that tail-up greeting you've seen? Females use it more often than males. She's not ignoring you. She's speaking a language you haven't learned yet. Over time, if you keep misreading her, she withdraws completely. He becomes needy or destructive, and you end up resenting one for being clingy and calling the other cold, when both were desperate for a different kind of love. This is why so many owners give up their cats. But the next difference is even bigger. Watch your cat play for 1 minute. Your male attacks a crumpled receipt like it's life or death. Pounce, roll, kick, collapse. Your female? She stares at a feather toy for 20 seconds, then walks away. You thought, she's bored, he's hyper. Wrong again. She's not lazy, she's precise. What she's really saying, I'm a hunter, not a clown. Give me the right prey. Male cats play to practice fighting off intruders, rough, loud, chaotic. Female cats play to practice killing for their kittens, silent, patient, deadly. And what this leads to over time is even more important. If you give a female the wrong toys, she stops playing entirely. And when she stops playing, she doesn't just get bored, she shuts down. Depression, obesity, a cat who no longer wants to engage with anything. If you give a male nothing to chase at night, he'll destroy your curtains, your sleep, and your sanity. You did that, not him. And this is the part nobody really talks about. Let's talk about the behavior that makes people want to give up a cat. You smell it before you see it. That sharp ammonia reek on your couch, your bed, your favorite bag. You blamed the cat. You yelled. You thought about rehoming, but you've been punishing the wrong gender the wrong way. When a male sprays, it's not revenge. When a female pees outside the box, it's not laziness. What they're really doing is saying, I am terrified, or I'm claiming survival. You choose. And here's the chemical truth nobody tells you. Male cats produce a compound called felinine at more than 3 times the rate of females. An enzyme in their urine makes up over 90% of the protein, creating sulfur-based chemicals that smell like a weapon. That's why male spray is so hard to clean. It's literally different chemistry. Females, they stress urinate when their world changes. New furniture, new baby, strange cat outside. To her, that's a predator. And every time you yell or rub their nose in it, you double the anxiety. They mark more. You get angrier. It's a death spiral. Your home becomes unlivable. And too many owners surrender a perfectly healthy cat because they didn't know the difference. If you've ever chased your cat down the driveway at 11 p.m., you know this? Your male bolts for the door every time it opens. Your female hides under the bed when the doorbell rings. You called him adventurous. Her a scaredy cat. You reversed their real needs. He's not brave, he's driven. She's not cowardly, she's wired for survival. What he's really saying, I need to roam miles. What she's saying, I need to know every escape route within 50 feet. And ignoring this has real consequences. Keep him inside with no outlet. He becomes a frustrated escape artist, scratches windows, bolts through doors, yowls at nothing. Disrupt her safe zone, move the couch, bring a new pet. She shuts down, cystitis, overgrooming, hiding so deep you never see her. You could lose him to the street, or lose her to a behavior problem that was actually just you ignoring her need for a quiet corner. Now the one that breaks multi-cat households. You bring home a new cat, or move the litter box, or rearrange the living room. Suddenly, one cat won't eat, hides for days, attacks the other. You thought they'd get over it. He seems fine in a week. She's still a mess after a month. You called her dramatic. What she's really saying, I need sameness to feel alive. You just broke my world. Male cats evolve to adapt. Female cats evolve to protect. Any change is a potential predator. Her anxiety isn't weakness. It's ancient motherhood. But here's what actually works. Neutering reduces spraying in nearly 90% of males. Spaying eliminates heat cycles and roaming in females. But even after that, genetic differences remain. Some cats are simply wired to purr more, call more, or guard more. The best age to neuter a male versus a female, it's not the same. That's the key to a peaceful home. I'll put the chart in the description. Remember what I said at the beginning? Treating them the same makes things worse. When you punish a male for spraying, you're not teaching him. You're confirming the world is unsafe, so he sprays more. When you force a female to cuddle or overwhelm her with change, you're not being loving. You're being scary. You did that, not them. These aren't personality flaws. They're survival strategies written into their DNA. Remember, male cats defend space. Female cats defend safety. Your male patrolling at 3 a.m. He's not annoying. He's keeping watch. Your female hiding when guests come. She's not rude. She's protecting her world, the only way she knows how. Maybe this was never about bad behavior. Maybe it was about a language you hadn't learned yet. Your cat has been trying to tell you something since day one, not with words, with tail positions, with where they sleep, with who they rub against. If you've been treating your male and female cats the same way this whole time, you haven't been seeing them. You've been seeing a version of them that doesn't exist. You thought you were bonding with your cat, but for a long time, you were doing the exact opposite. The question isn't, why is my cat like this? The question is, have you been paying attention? Now you know the difference. So from this moment on, every time your cat walks away, hides, or acts out, you'll know exactly what they're trying to say. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's not just a phrase. That's the moment everything changes. That age chart for neutering is in the description. And if this hit home, subscribe, because your cat has more to tell you.